Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. I wanted to talk about a few different things today. A quick update of what CIG said about Alpha 3.23.0's launch. We're also going to be talking about what's going on with Alpha 3.23.1 that's about to go live. What content is CIG putting out this week ahead of Fleet Week? And CIG's Benoit Beauséjour explained the replication layer, so I sort of want to talk about what he said there. Also, a little while ago, I found a job listing which suggests that CIG are building a partner program for Star Citizen and Squadron 42, and I want to talk about that as well. Let's start with what CIG said about 3.23's launch. Alpha 3.23.0 Adventure Beckons is now live. This milestone holds particular weight for us as it encompasses over 60 distinct deliverables. To bring this release to fruition, our teams addressed a staggering 1,308 bugs and tackled 911 tasks. Since March 6th, we've published 54 builds to Evocati and PTU, averaging 1.2 builds per day. None of this would have been possible without the help of our extended team, each and every one of you who participated, tested, and reported on our test universe builds. Of course, there's still more work to be done, more bugs to squash, and more tasks to complete, but we have no plans to ease up on the pace. The release of 3.23 marks a pivotal moment for us as it sets the stage for an array of meaningful patches to follow throughout the year, including Alpha 4.0. We've been vocal about our vision for 2024, and we hope you can sense that momentum. The Overdrive initiative won't be running until after Invictus Launch Week, Fleet Week now, so you will be able to do the first 5 phases of the Overdrive initiative. They're going to be available all the way up until Xenothreat's main event, the Assault, begins after Fleet Week, so bear that in mind. Basically, you've got a load of extra time to complete those first 5 phases if you want to get that F7A upgrade and rental. I want to talk a little bit about Alpha 3.23.1, which is on the open PTU at the moment. This is running the Fleet Week haul tests, but also it's got loads of bug fixes in it, including some of the known issues with mining lasers not activating, med pens causing you to drop weapons, quantum travel, breaking UI, stuff like that. A lot of that is just now fixed. Now, we're likely to see this live build of 3.23.1 by tomorrow, just ahead of Fleet Week, because Fleet Week is going to start on the 17th. CIG are going to want to have the patch out so that lots of people can download it before Fleet Week, because when the free fly starts, they don't want tons of people downloading Star Citizen along with regular backers downloading Star Citizen as well at the same time. That's just a recipe for overburdened servers. Something they did put into the most recent 3.23.1 patch, because I think it's now on its 4th iteration or so. There was a ship AI pilot balance pass, allowing for the use of partial aim assist for them, depending on the AI skill level, and first tuning for smoothing out the difficulty curve from lower to higher threat missions. Hopefully that patch is going to put Star Citizen in a significantly better state by getting rid of some of those most egregious bugs and optimizing some other areas. Some other bits to look forward to throughout the week. We've just had a new Galactipedia update from the narrative team, focusing a lot on the Crusader Hercules. Later Wednesday, there's going to be a new roadmap update. Now, I'm not sure if this is actually going to be overly useful this time around, though it might shore up any final changes to Alpha 3.23 and make them a bit more precise and exact with the content that's going into 3.23.1 and Point X patches. For this cycle, we do know that Cloud Imperium are also working on a progress tracker update, talking about what they've got planned for 4.0 and beyond, or at least for the rest of this year. But I don't think that's going to be released this time with the roadmap roundup, but we'll have to wait and see. Thursday, we've got Inside Star Citizen. This is part 1 of the Invictus coverage. They're going to be talking about the Aegis Saber Raven, the gold standard for that, the Saber Firebird, which is the variant of that they're actually going to be selling, and the Urza Medivac. Loads of those new ships and vehicles. They're not talking about the T1 or the 1T MPUV, the tractor beam version of that ship yet. It doesn't appear, although maybe they'll mention it. And obviously we know we've got things like the Polaris flying around at Fleet Week. Could there be some other surprises? Well, quite possibly. There's the ability to tour that Idris as well, so super excited for Fleet Week and that free fly and the expo and loads of other stuff that's happening starting Friday. Talking about Friday, Star Citizen Live will return with an Invictus All Vehicles Q&A session, so you can join the broadcast on Star Citizen's Twitch at 3 PM UTC and basically ask questions there, although There is a question thread now that you can go on and leave a question there for the development teams. You want to ask questions about the Polaris or the Perseus or the Banu Merchantman or the Kraken, that's the place to do it. Saturday as well, you've got Atmo Esports' System 7, and they've got the 6th race there that you can watch live at 7 PM UTC on the Atmo Esports Twitch channel if you are interested. There was a little video I saw from Benoit Beauséjour explaining the replication layer. It was in French, so I've just looked at the translation of it, but it makes sense. So when they talk about replication, this is sort of you updating all connected clients so they get all the appropriate data they need, and clients and servers and all that sort of stuff. This can be from where your character is to where projectiles are being fired. This has got to be done in real time so that everyone sees the same world. Normally this would be done by the game server, but they moved this to an external service for server meshing called the replication layer. This contains in its memory a whole representation of the world, and any changes that happen to it get written to that replication layer, so it's sort of like a master of what is going on. So when the game server updates and an entity changes, the replication layer sees that, gets that information, and then sends it to all the clients on the shard. So this all persists with the entity graph, which is a database containing all the information. They are trying to expand the size of their shards at the moment to be able to host more servers and clients. Server crash recovery allows them to recover the state of the world from the replication layer in the event of a game server crash, which was what most 30Ks used to be. Now it can just restart and connect to the replication layer, which gives it the most up-to-date state of the world, and the clients continue. This could be the same game server or a new one, it doesn't matter. They could just go, I need a game server, cool, copy the data across. It takes a couple of minutes at the moment, but they're trying to optimize that. In 3.23, you'll see that there's been a crash, and after a couple of minutes, you'll be reconnected to a new game server or a working game server. The interaction delay is where there is a delay in processing actions, transferring network messages, or an issue with a back-end service. Basically, things can stack up, or you press a button and it takes a little while for that to actually do the action that you want it to do. This can also be represented by stuff jittering and janking around or desync. They monitor this and try and optimize it so that it doesn't happen. We will be seeing more fixes and that sort of stuff going forward. There is something else I wanted to talk about. I saw a job listing on the Cloud Imperium website for an influencer relations manager. I saw this a little while ago, actually. Now, look at the job listing and go, cool, they're sort of expanding out some bits for marketing and to expand their community, and basically influencer relations would be talking to people that make Star Citizen videos, people like me, press and media and content creators, lots and lots of different people. Just want to read you some parts of the job listing. Our community team builds and maintains the most passionate and engaged community in gaming, with gamers from all around the globe contributing to and assisting in the ongoing development of Star Citizen. We see our community as an extension of our team and partners in building this epic universe together. We're looking for an influencer relations manager who is passionate about bolstering and expanding that relationship, championing the voice of both players and content creators alike, and of course, having fun. So it is a role where they are going to be championing the voice of content creators as part of their role. What does an influencer relation manager at CIG do? Is another question they asked on the job listing. Support our community and growth marketing teams in developing our global content creator strategy for Star Citizen and Squadron 42. Work closely with internal teams across the community, publishing, marketing, and more to support effective global campaigns. Serve as a point of contact for internal and external partners for both paid and organic campaigns. That's an interesting one for me, because that suggests to me that there might be paid campaigns from Intel or AMD or even CIG to get people to onboard to Star Citizen, or for creators to talk about Intel's new Optane drive and have another Saber Raven promo. That sort of stuff, potentially. Also here, they said, help establish and manage our community-centric partner program. So that looks like they actually want to expand out a proper partner program. And what would that actually mean for content creators and partners? Well, we don't really know. We don't really know what's going on there yet. CIG already do a reasonable amount of outreach to content creators, basically going, a patch is about to release in like a couple of days, and we're going to give you access to some of the ships that are new for that, and also give you a ship package for your viewers if you want that. I occasionally get emails similar to that, and I go, yes, that sounds great. Please give me access and Zin access to those ships. And it's only for like a limited time or whatever, but yeah, stuff like that, that's no strings attached. That works for me. I want to be able to talk about random stuff, about Star Citizen, about the good and the bad, occasionally do videos on rumour mill or drama or stuff that might not necessarily put CIG in the best possible light because it's a little bit controversial or someone has a problem with a mechanic or the way that they've sold something. Another couple of interesting bits here. Work closely with influencers and content creators to ensure their support surrounding major announcements, launches and key beats to ensure information and materials are properly distributed. That sounds like they might have some documentation or information that they can give to content creators before a publish or before major news is released. Little press release to them so they can plan content around it, maybe. But also a avenue of contact where they can go, I'm just checking to make sure this is correct or this is correct. There's also support the events team in planning and execution of creator-focused events, both digitally and in person. Give me office tours. I want office tours. That's what that sounds like. Creator-specific office tours so that you can go around and see the CIG studios and talk to some of the devs there. That sort of stuff. I suppose also potentially arrange interviews with devs to come on your podcast or whatever. Now, if I was actually looking for a job, that's the sort of job that I would want. But I just thought it was really interesting. Obviously, CIG are trying to build that form of marketing into Star Citizen's future, where they do have a good connection with potential partners and content creators. I'm interested to see the way this evolves. If CIG want to start giving me money, that would be great. But obviously, I would then have to fully divulge what CIG are paying to content creators, if anything. But I just think it's a really interesting thing, and I'm not opposed to it because it directly benefits me. But I am interested to know what you think. What do you think CIG have got planned around that community content, partner programs, and stuff like that for content creators? Are you excited for Fleet Week and Alpha 3.23.1? What's your experiences of that if you've been playing it on the PTU? What about 3.23, the normal live current build? Are you enjoying that? Have you had loads of problems or bugs with interaction delay or something like that? Was it the best experience you've ever had with Star Citizen? Is there any questions you want to ask about ships that are coming with Fleet Week or just ships in general? Where is the Apollo? Where is my Banu Merchantman? That sort of stuff. Whatever your thoughts or questions, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. And something else you might want to consider is nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. Links below to that for a big discount on NordVPN. It gives you better security and privacy and anonymity, and that's a word, and accessibility to the interwebs so that you can go, oh, today I'm going to be in Peru and I'm going to be watching my favorite anime, which only comes out there. Talking about watching and using your eyes, good segue. There's Tobii Eye Tracker as well, which is on sale until the 20th of May, 15% off, links down below for that as well. It's natively supported in Star Citizen, full precision eye and head tracking. Pew, 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 pew. That's the sound of me having my face and eyes tracked. May in Star Citizen is about fleets and Fleet Week and flying with friends, and we've partnered up with Lunar Wolves, a Star Citizen org, to give away a fleet of ships. Commenting on any of my videos during the month not only gets you a chance to win a Spirit C1, but also a Constellation Andromeda, a Vanguard Sentinel, and a Corsair, courtesy of Lunar Wolves. They'll each be going out to a different winner chosen randomly from the video comments. But wait, there is more. Sign up to the Lunar Wolves recruitment page, link down below, for a chance for even more ships, including an RSI Polaris with lifetime insurance and a Hornet F7C Mark II. Winners of those will be selected randomly from eligible org signups. Lunar Wolves welcome all that share their passion for adventure and love of Star Citizen. You can learn more about them on their org page or at lunarwolves.org. If you would like to further support our channel, please like, subscribe, comment, share these videos. And if you'd like to go the extra mile, and I would love you to, please consider becoming a Patreon or clicking that join button under my videos. It goes a huge way in allowing us to make daily content and keep the channel going. You'll get some exclusive content from that as well. Only time Zin and I can actually put it out, as well as help evolve the channel with polls and suggestions and that sort of stuff. Thank you so much for watching to the end, and have a great May. It's going to be a good one.